Hello, this is Honest Steven. Today we're getting into Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap. I'm going to attempt to mix up my introduction due to some indirect feedback that I received online after uploading my Bayonetta video. I believe that there was some issue with the game itself specifically, Bayonetta that is, because the game volume seemed weirdly low compared to everything else that I played. So I adjusted my settings on my capture card in my system, and hopefully it comes through clearer for you guys. I ran a couple tests already, and I think it sounds good, but obviously give me feedback in the comments if you disagree. At the end of the day, my goal is to make this as enjoyable for you guys overall, so without your input I can't really tweak it the right way. So yeah, this is Wonder Boy. It is a remastering of Wonder Boy 3, which was a SEGA Genesis game, I believe. I didn't look too heavily into it, but it's a side-scrolling action platformer, as you can tell. Very similar to Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Not identical, but very similar. You have hearts, sword and shield, you get special items that act like the spells do, kind of. You can get a few upgrades and stuff like that. Oh, I didn't mean to find him this fast. Oops. This is a bit more straightforward, I think, than Zelda 2, and I don't really know which one came first. Since this is the third game in the Wonder Boy series, it may have technically started before Zelda 2 was a thing. But the inspirations are there. I have played long enough to get through this castle. Oh, I meant to get those coins. But I haven't played much beyond that. This is almost completely blind for me. I have no no personal experience with the original series on Genesis. I did not own a SEGA Genesis when I was younger, and I didn't follow much of this remake. That's one of the items. So these are basically, all you can do is attack forward and when you're crouched. You can't aim up, you can't aim down or anything. So these items to help that. This gives you more range shooting forward. This is to shoot things beneath you. This is to shoot things in the sky. This kind of wraps around, and this is a full screen AoE. And then you get upgrades to your weapons, your shield, and your armor. This just basically reduces how much damage you take and how much damage you do, which, as you can see, before we got turned into this little dragon guy, we had a lot more hearts. And we have 155 attack and 200 defense. So this feels a lot like, I'm trying to think of it, like Metroid. There are Metroid games where Samus starts out fully powered up, and then something happens and she loses all of her abilities. Feels like that. So I'm going to assume once we get out of here, we will probably lose our equipment too, since we lost the hearts, but the weapons are still helping us. The thing that made me decide to go ahead and pick this up, even though I had almost non-existent interest in it, was the art style. This is, to my knowledge, based on the Nintendo Direct presentation and the developer's information that has been given out already, this is 100% hand-drawn, all of it, which is, you know, relatively easy to tell. And that's pretty impressive. And they did a pretty good job. I mean, it looks great. Once I get out of this castle, I'll go a little bit deeper into that situation. Money's used to buy upgrades and stuff. That's fairly obvious. Towns are where you can save your game and get upgrades. They also act as checkpoints. So this is essentially a checkpoint. When I first got to this point, I thought it was weird. Retro password. I've been handing out these ancestral codes for decades now. Write them down carefully. I didn't really know what this was, because passwords, maybe they unlock something. But it doesn't, that's not the case. So, going back to the point I made, yeah, see, we lost all of our stats. Now we have 3 attack points, 6 defense points. We're much weaker now. But, going back to my point about the art style and being redrawn and everything, this is a remaster, not a remake. Everything is exactly the same as it was in the original game. And the way you can tell that is because with a single button press, you're now seeing the game as it looked on the Sega Genesis. It might have been Master System. Regardless, it was an early Sega console. I'm second guessing myself now, but when you go into the house, this guy just gives you a password. He doesn't talk to you at all. So this password was the password you would have gotten to continue your game if you didn't save it. Now, I think if you're playing on hard or maybe a higher difficulty that's unlockable, there is no saving and you have to rely on the passwords. Otherwise, I think they're just in there because this is a one-to-one exact recreation of the original game. It just looks nicer. The other nice thing too is you don't have to have the retro art style on, but with a button press you can switch to the original game sound system. Everything changes, and you add that there. And other than the fact that it's in 16:9 now, this is the original game, you know, and that's pretty cool. And it really shows you how far things have come, man. That's essentially a heart container. Powered us up a little bit. Now, I've noticed every once in a while when I'm running the retro art, and I have an area with a black background like these. I do this every time. But yeah, when there's a black background, the screen flickers on my TV, but it's not showing up on the capture, so I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'll be playing the majority of the game in this, except for times where I forget what the trigger button does and I pop it back into the old art style. Here's where we upgrade our stuff. This is where you get healing. It's pretty neat to switch the art in rooms because this is like a fully fleshed out hospital. There's a nurse and all this stuff like that. But in the original game, it's just a little window with a person. Very cool. I mean, they went above and beyond. They didn't just go with, you know, cleaned up sprites. They redid everything, and it captures the charm of the original while not making it feel too dated. Music's pretty good. It's very chipper. The general gist of this game is... Ah, why would there be a door there to do that? Okay, well, anyway. The main gimmick of this game is as you progress, you come across more transformations. I don't know if they're all related to the dragon cursing you like he did in the beginning, but you do take on other forms. There's a hawk, there's a lion, there's a mouse. Can't remember all of them, but they're on the title screen. And each one of them has a different mechanic. Like the dragon breathes fire, so he changes the game from a hack and slash to almost a shooter. I know the mouse climbs on walls. I don't know what the rest do, though. We'll find out when we get there. The mouse climbing on walls and the art style of the game itself, the original anyway, reminds me a lot of an old game called Little Samson. And I thought maybe that they were connected in some way, but one of my friends that actually does follow this series and stuff told me that they're not. It's just coincidental. You can only have one fireball on the screen at a time, so if you shoot another one too quickly, the one that's traveling already gets cut short. Which I like because it encourages you to actually like use your attack strategically instead of just spamming like I would, or I should say like I did in my Mega Man playthrough. The sun or cloud. He's gonna kill me. Thankfully, there's a relatively considerate amount of invincibility frames after you take damage. Treasure chest. So I got a key. There's a shop. So this shield doesn't do anything. That's weird. It's really expensive. I don't have enough money for any of those though. Ah, screw it, I'm running. That's not working in my favor. Okay, so at the top of the screen you can see a blue bottle. That cloud, man, that is a jerk cloud. But you can see a blue bottle. That seems to play like as extra lives. I already went in here. So instead of dying, having the game reset, and then starting again, you just have your health refilled when you run out. So I like that. That's fluid. Keeps the game moving, but I only had one. I'm kind of disappointed in using it already. I didn't realize it was there. Not that it would have changed anything. 'Cause I'm dying on my own. I'm definitely going to get back to Bayonetta. I just want to make sure I have all the kinks hammered out with the audio side of things before I go ahead and invest a bunch of time into it, you know. This takes me back to the town. Well, this takes me back to the town too, so I don't understand why this door's here. Maybe I can use the key on this door. I can. Alright, so the towns aren't like hubs, they're just towns, and they connect everything up. Okay, I was gonna say, I forgot there's a weapon shop here. Maybe I can buy some stuff. Oh yeah, I can buy all of this. 12, 12, and 12. Okay, and that means now we're up to 12 and 24. That should help us take a little bit less. And do I have to go in here every time to save it? Well, the password's different now. I'm gonna go talk to the nurse. Okay. Alright, so she says, your first shot is on me. Does that mean if I get it, she's gonna charge me from then on? Well, I'll wait then. Gotta hold the button. Sign says go that way. I want to go this way then. Oh, can I reach him this time? No. Let's. There we go. I'm gonna want to keep arrows on hand, man. Especially if I run into that cloud a lot. Oh, he took a lot of hits. Oh, they hit hard. Wow. Alright, you know, I'm going to follow that sign suggestion, and I'm going to go the other way. Oh, come on. I'm glad these guys keep replenishing my arrows. Figure we'll toggle retro for a little bit just to show that feature off and really appreciate the effort the developers put in for the remaster. Oh! Boomerang. Okay, I can shoot projectiles out of the air. That's good to know. So it's a little outdated of a topic, but I was relatively disappointed when YouTube and Google made the change to their ad setup, their partnership, regarding small new channels. In case you aren't a creator or you don't follow that kind of stuff heavily yourself, man, come on. Even if you set your videos to be monetized as a content creator, YouTube will not actually enable ads on them until your channel as a whole has received at least 10,000. Okay, I can reach the cloud here. That's very much appreciated. We'll get back. Whoa, it got so bright. What was I saying? Oh, unless your channel as a whole has received over 10,000 views. I'm nowhere near that. Now, it doesn't really affect me because I wasn't. Oh, I was right. I thought it looked like a hole, but I just assumed. I wasn't making money off of the ad revenue on my channel yet because I just don't have enough. I don't have enough views, enough subscribers. So I'm not losing out on anything. But it was nice knowing that as I continued to establish myself, I was accruing something. So that sooner rather than later, I would, you know, see the fruits of my labor, for lack of a better word. Because, you know, I am just playing video games and talking over them. But yeah, so, whereas before, it was like, oh yeah, look at that, you know, making tiny little bit of progress. Now it's like, well, I'm gonna have to wait a while before I see anything actually come to fruition. But I can't really blame Google or you know, for making the call to change things, because it's super easy to create a channel and start uploading stuff. And apparently there were some problems. There were some problems with people posting unfavorable videos that the companies behind the advertisements did not like. So they pulled their ad stuff, and that started to hurt Google's bottom line. And plus, you don't want to encourage people to upload videos of hate crimes and racism and all that stuff. So in the long haul, it is a good thing, and it doesn't truly hurt me as an individual, but it was a little discouraging. So hopefully I get to that point sooner rather than later, because I guess once I hit that milestone, it'll be like, yeah, well, I'm legit now, as legit as a tiny channel can be. I think it hurt these statue guys. I think I tried to attack them in the beginning of the game. But yeah, somebody was doing the math to help people understand the change a little bit more. And it's something like a person with 80 subscribers, averaging a certain number of videos, will reach 10,000 views in a minuscule amount of time. So that's a little bit, that's a bit reassuring, because 80 subscribers isn't too demanding. I was just gonna say that it's weird that the music's so simple in here, and then I remembered that I didn't turn off the retro music. Now there's a whole lot more depth to it. Oh, I didn't even see that hole. Oh, interesting. This is a lot harder to notice the changes in the background on the original game's art style. Mummy Dragon. This game does not warn you, man. Just throws you in there. I don't think I'm equipped for this. Hold on. I can't reach you up there, man. Yeah, I'm not ready for this guy. How much does my own fireball do? Well, it does more than that thing does. Let's see. Boomerang? Ugh. Oh, dang it. Game over. Confused? Visit your pig friend at the church for guidance. Okay, this is roulette. I don't know what that did. How far back am I? Okay, well, I have the upgrades. That's unlocked. Well, so far there's no form of fast travel or anything. I guess, it wasn't super far. Anyway, we'll use that as a good point for me to call it quits for today. I appreciate you watching, as always, Give the video a like if you want to see me continue this series. Play it through to completion. Well, to the end. Leave a comment letting me know what you think about the game itself so far, and what you think about the change to the ad setup on YouTube if you are into that type of stuff. Also, let me know how you think the audio balancing is, because it's really hard to tell if it's just an issue on my end or if it's, you know, actually just poor mixing. And I'd appreciate the feedback. Give me a subscribe if you want to keep up to date. My routine is generally a new video every day, but personal hiccups have been keeping me from doing that recently. I do hope to get back to it. But for now, I'm going to continue doing my best to bring you one of the most honest opinions you can find online. And I will talk to you guys later. See ya.